Hello, and a very warm welcome back to my dear listeners. This is your host Sharmishta, back with episode number 2 of the story Fear. Let's go right across to hear Nantu's story. Over sips of hot ginger tea, Nantu narrated his story to Ruma. I had once gone to a neighboring village for wedding arrangements. It was quite late by the time I started from there towards home. I was cycling back through some forests. All around was deathly silence. Suddenly, my bicycle chain came off. I stopped to put it back again. It was very dark, and I just about managed to set it right. I was about to sit back again when I suddenly noticed something in the dark. On my left was a banyan tree from which something in white was hanging, gently swaying to in the breeze. I took out my flashlight from my bag and looked again. It was a body, swaying gently in the breeze, covered head to toe in a white sheet. A shiver ran down my spine. I realized someone had hanged himself. But why was his face covered? It took me a few moments to realize that someone had murdered him and hung his body up there. Dada, why did you stop? Continue your journey, someone had said. I whirled round, very scared now. My torchlight picked up 2-3 people standing under a nearby tamarind tree. Someone from that group had spoken. I turned once again to look at that body, and then turned back to answer those men. And what do I see? There was no one there. I had felt very frightened then, Ruma. Nantu stopped. What happened after that, Dada? I suddenly heard footfalls behind me, as if a lot of people were coming. I heard voices too. I turned around. There was no one there. I just sat on my cycle and pedaled back home at double speed. Ruma opened her mouth to ask him something when 3 young men entered the room. Nantuda! It's Giri. She hit a boy and injured his head badly. What? Why did she do that? That boy plucked 2 mangoes from her tree, for which she broke his head? How dare she? You better speak to her, Nantuda. You are the only one she's scared of. I'll do that, but first let's arrange first aid for the boy. Yes, let's do that. He's bleeding badly and there's a deep cut. Oh? Then we have to take him to the hospital. Let's go. Ruma had heard a lot about Giri. She had seen her once too. Short and fat, dark complexioned, fat lips, eyes round and bloodshot, matted hair and very bad-tempered. A thief too. No one in the village allowed Giri into their houses. Once she had tried to smuggle a village boy out. Nantu and his friends had saved the boy. Since then, he had been in Giri's hate book. She had even thrown an axe at Nantu once. He had been lucky the axe didn't hit him. Nantu had handed her over to the police with a severe warning that he would get her thrown out of the village if she ever did something like that again. Giri had seethed inside, and that day she had sworn to kill Nantu. Nantu's mother had been worried sick since that day. Giri was bad news. She was capable of anything. But Nantu had merely laughed it off. She won't do anything to me, Ma, don't worry. And today, Giri had injured a boy and none too had rushed off there. What would be the outcome? Who is Giri? They call her evil. They call her a witch. What will happen this time when Nantu clashes with her again? Let's find out as I return soon with the next episode. Till then.